Standing Committee on Investigations and Government Operations. I am thrilled to be joined by the ranking member of this committee and a good friend, Senator Hoylman, whom I thought I chaired a committee with prior to that, but we didn't. We just worked on some legislation, but it's so it was a premonition that has come true. We are joined by my good friend from Dyker Heights, Bensonhurst, Bay Ridge, and all those great points in Brooklyn, Senator Marty Golden. The members of this, since this is the first meeting, I'd like to read out the members of the committee. Of course, myself, Senator Hoylman, Senator Carlucci, Senator Golden, Senator Murphy, Senator Zolio, Senator O'Mara, Senator Diaz, and Senator Squadron. And of course, there's a lot going on today, and so people are in their various respective meetings. But we do have not only sufficient number of proxies to constitute a quorum, but I think we have one from every member of the committee, so we have the voting sheets here, so that will be reflected in the final vote. And what I want to do differently is, you come to the Senate and, you put on committees and you have an idea and a feel for what they do. But I think in our first meeting, and this is my first meeting chairing this committee, I know Senator Hoylman has been the ranking member, and I look forward to working with him. But I just want to briefly state the purpose, the jurisdiction of the meeting for the record. This is the Investigations and Government Operations Committee of the New York State Senate. The Committee on Investigations addresses issues generally arising under alcoholic beverage control law, drug abuse and licensing, economic development. Some of this was a surprise to me. Indian law, legislative law. It shares jurisdiction with finance, public buildings law, public lands law, public officers law, and energy and telecommunications, interestingly enough. Under the civil rights law, the committee considers issues concerning equal rights in places of public accommodation and amusement, the rights of persons, with disabilities, and employment of persons with certain disorders. Under executive law, the committee focuses on the Department of Law and the Attorney General, as well as the Office of General Services and Human Rights Law. Under public authorities law, Port Authority, listen close, the committee considers issues involving internal control responsibility of public authorities. Additionally, the committee has the ability to hold hearings and investigations in matters of state agency, board or commissions, or operations, and it can subpoena witnesses and documents to inform itself about any of the matters under its jurisdiction. Now, I'm ashamed to say that, being a member of this body for some time now, I was not aware of the broad reach of this committee and the many areas of law that it covers and in its full authority. And so this committee, like others, is here for our members, yourself, myself, and everyone in the body, to use to do the public good. And Senator Hoylman and I have a good working relationship. We are sometimes separated by philosophy, but always brought together by our desire to serve the public good, and this committee is a great vehicle to do that. And one of the things that I'm also going to do is we're going to send out a letter signed by myself and you, not only to the members of this committee, but the members of the Senate, to remind them of precisely what this committee can do and what it does do, and encourage them to bring legislation before this committee and any other matter that this committee has jurisdiction over. And that being said, because this is the second year of a two-year session, there are already, I think, 400 bills pending in the committee. So we've got a lot of work before us, a lot of bills to review, but I also want to encourage our members, both sides of the aisle in the Senate, that this is a committee that has broad reach, broad jurisdiction, and we want to do some good work. So, that being said, would you like to, anything?
Well, just thank you, Mr. Chair, and for your refreshing approach. And it's very good to know that not only do we have a former Assistant District Attorney at the head of this very important committee, but a New York City resident, and someone who's going to take seriously the fact that this is really the Government Accountability Committee. And I know Senator Golden knows that we have a lot of authority to do good things and bring transparency to our government, just as you did with your bill on government records and the Port Authority. So I think we can do some really interesting, worthwhile things that will make the residents of New York State rest a little easier, knowing that that we're doing our job. So thank you.
And those are very good points. Thank you, Senator Hoylman. So let's go to the agenda.
Senate Bill 1996 by Senator Golden, an act to amend the public officers law in relation to residency requirements for members of municipal departments of sanitation.
So I thought by leaving Cities Committee I wouldn't have to deal with Senator Golden bills, but he's
everywhere.
omnipotent.
Move the bill.
Do we have a motion to move the bill? Second.
Senator Squadron is without rec.
And I'm without rec as well.
Senator Squadron, Senator Hoylman without rec. The bill is moved.
Senate Bill 2727 by Senator Griffo, an act to amend the tax law in relation to the volunteer firefighters and ambulance workers credit and to repeal paragraph 2 of subsection E2 of section 606 of such law relating thereto.
Move the bill.
All in the affirmative. Are there any negatives?
No.
Without recs?
Nope.
The bill is referred to Finance.
Senate Bill 3005 by Senator Addabbo, an act to amend the tax law in relation to providing a tax credit for a portion of the cost of repairing certain fire hazards.
Move the bill.
Any in the negative?
No.
Any without rec? The bill also is referred to Finance.
Senate Bill 3127 by Senator Ort, an act to amend the alcohol beverage control law in relation to sharing gross revenues at stadiums, arenas, or other places of entertainment.
Move the bill.
Any in the negative?
Senator Squadron is without rec.
And I'll be without rec.
Senator Squadron, Senator Hoylman without rec. The bill is moved.
Okay, Senate Bill 3316 by Senator Lanza, an act to amend the tax law in relation to exempting hospitals from the Metropolitan Commuter Transportation Mobility Tax.
I can't believe that bill is, that's not been done yet. Move the bill.
Any in the negative?
I'm sorry, Senator Squadron is without rec.
And so Senator Hoylman.
Okay, Senator Squadron, Senator Hoylman without rec. The bill is referred to Finance.
Senate Bill 3676 by Senator Savino, an act to amend the tax law in relation to providing a tax credit for businesses that purchase flood insurance and providing for the repeal of such provisions upon expiration thereof.
Move the bill.
Any in the negative? Without rec?
Nope.
The bill is referred to Finance.
Senate Bill 3731 by Senator Lanza, an act to amend the tax law in relation to granting an exemption from the tax on mortgages for residential real property purchased by persons receiving federal and/or state buyouts of their residence as a result of damage caused by Hurricane Sandy in October of 2012.
It's a shame that 4 years into this and we're still dealing with Sandy. Move the bill. Very important.
Any in the negative?
No.
Without rec?
Nope.
The bill is moved.
Senate Bill 4084 by Senator Klein, an act to amend the alcohol beverage control law in relation to penalties for the provision by a licensee of an alcoholic beverage to person under the age of 21.
Move the bill.
Any in the negative?
Senator Murphy is without rec, though.
Senator Hoylman is as well.
Senator Murphy and Senator Hoylman without rec. The bill is referred to Finance.
Senate Bill 4085 by Senator Klein, an act to amend the alcoholic beverage control law in relation to the definition for cause revocation of licenses.
For what purpose?
Excuse me?
For what purpose?
For cause. Let's see. For the sponsor. So, this is Senator Klein's bill. And I think that what he is trying to address here is the need for additional authority to address the growing problem of misconduct at the premises of the license and by the actions of those attended. I think what this does is it streamlines the process for the SLA so that they can quickly bring remedy to certain things that happen and because of the
We're allowing them
bureaucracy.
to close the location though based on one incident?
This does not address that subsection in terms of closure and revocation of license. I think it streamlines the process so that people can have an answer in a more timely fashion in terms of dealing with a situation.
I vote aye.
Senator Murphy is without rec.
Senator Murphy without rec. The bill is moved, and I just want to note on the last bill, the Senator Klein bill, it's timely. I just read in the Staten Island Advance today a story having to do with that very subject of selling alcoholic beverages to underage folks, and we didn't know that when we put this agenda, but just goes to show that story was in the
I
paper
didn't think they
today.
did it in Staten Island.
What's that?
I didn't think they did that in Staten Island.
Unfortunately, it happened. Next.
Senate Bill 4615 by Senator Lanza, an act to amend the tax law in relation to authorizing a personal income tax deduction for elementary and secondary school teachers for certain expenses incurred for school supplies.
We love our teachers.
Move the bill.
Any negatives?
It's a great idea.
The bill is referred to finance.
It's a great idea, I gotta reconsider. Come on, okay, go ahead.
Senate Bill 4...
Took him a little while.
My daughter's in kindergarten, so
There we
I think
go.
it's a terrific idea.
Perfect.
Senate Bill 4946 by Senator Comrie, an act to amend the tax law in relation to creating a vending to food pantries and soup kitchens tax credit.
Any other negative?
No.
It's tax
Move the
credit,
bill.
Senator Golden. Tax
Move the
credit. Any other, without rec?
No.
The bill is referred to finance. That completes the agenda today, and I thank everyone for attending and sending their proxies in.
Congratulations, Mr. Chairman, and great job. Thank you.
See who says we don't have fun.
Yeah, exactly. All right, enjoy it. Okay, okay, see you soon.